So have you ever fancied a tractor, well, a big tractor with a front loader? Yeah, we got you covered. Cue the music. So first up is Pasta Factory. This is by Uncle Sly, 16.85 megabyte on the download. And this is a mod that's got a required mod. And in particular, the More Flowers by Piercy. Right, you should get the option to download it straight away, because I did. And then, obviously, you're going to need to have both selected to be using it on your map. So, you're going to find this one. As you can imagine, under production chains, 105 grand blaze down. This is where you're going to be making your pasta, as it's the Pasta Factory. If you're doing a certain recipe, you potentially may need to have this one placed down, the More Flowers grain mill. So, it all depends on what you go for. We'll take a look at that in a minute. So you've got your pallet spawn point just there, where we've got the 4 recipes that this comes with. And then come around the back, because obviously around the back is going to be your loading in point at that grating just there. I do like the little louvers, little vents going as it's, well, I say it's not even running to be fair, but I like the little details anyway. Then by the front door is going to be your production chain menu. So if we go into there like that, so we've got these different recipes. There's only 4 different things because these 3 are all going to give you the same output. So we've got gluten-free dough, pasta, rice pasta with 3 different recipes, and whole wheat pasta. So the gluten-free dough is actually going to need rice flour and maize flour, or corn flour, if that's what you want to be going for. And obviously that's going to be done at the new, was it More Flowers grain mill? There you are, maize flour just there. You chuck your corn in, jobs are good, and you get the old maize flour out, which is fair enough. You then got pasta, which is just going to be your standard flour and eggs. You then got rice pasta, 3 different recipes. You can put in long grain rice. You can then put in your wet rice. You can then also put in rice flour. Right, no problem. Then the last one is going to be your whole wheat pasta, which is just straight wheated, which is all right indeed. So once you have chucked your said recipe ingredients in, you run it for a bit and you get these pallets out. Now you can't pick them up. I have got the liftable pallet mod turned on, but they're 400 kilos, so you can't pick them up. You will need a forklift truck. But we have got rice pasta just there. We then got that one, which is gluten-free dough. We've also got your whole wheat pasta. Then the last one on the end, which is just straight pasta. I mean, to be fair, my son's going to be happy because he does like a bit of pasta for his tea, especially with a bit of cheese on top. So why not? I mean, if you want to make some pasta, yeah, get it on the go. I mean, you might need to have a second factory put down if you're going to be doing the original one, but fair enough. Right, next up is the John Deere 7810 row crop. This is by JHHG Modding, 34.01 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, this has got a 175 horsepower engine, 26 mile an hour top speed, and a starting price of 51,200. You can then change a few things. So we've got Continental, Michelin, and then Continental again on the tyre. Well, we're back to the Continental to be fair. You've got the Michelin's and the narrow axle on the front, and then the Continental is the wider space ones. Right, fair enough. Now, as you go through the setup, it's going to change a little bit. So we've got your 2-wheel drive 30-inch row crops. You then got your 30-inch again with wheel weights. You then got the different there. You've got twins on the back. You then got different ones again. So you cycle through as you go, as you will imagine. You know, you go pick whichever ones you want to go for. And then eventually, once you get to a certain point, it's then going to... How many different options? There we are. So now we're into the 4-wheel drive version. So if it's got the small wheels on the front, it's 2-wheel drive. If it's got the large wheels on the front, it's 4-wheel drive. All right, no problem. And then you got your wheel weights, you got your road crops, you got your twin wheels. Fair enough, not a problem. Now, if you go for the 4-wheel drive version, there is an extra option as we get a bit further down. Now, the mirrors, we've got we've got standard, we've got new style mirrors, and then nothing. Extremity lights, that's a better way of putting it. You got yes or no, it's going to be putting those on. So if you have gone for single wheels at the back, might look a little bit weird, but if you go for the twins, it's looking all right indeed. They've got front fenders, standard or no, so it's only on the 4-wheel drive version. So if we go back to the single, well, there we are, to the 2-wheel drive version, you got no fenders on the front, so just bear that in mind. No problem. Ladder extension on the front. There we are. So we've got that little extra bit with the black support bits. You then got back hydraulic tank. This is going to be just above the right rear wheel. You then got your exhaust cover. So we have got yes or no. So we'll flick it round. There we are. Put a little cover plate on it. Starfire GPS. So we've got no. We've got holders. We zoom in. So what little zoom in. Is that going to be for the... There we are. So it's just there by where your right knee would be. So we've got the holder. We then got yes and then no. Well, to be fair, the holder and yes look exactly the same. Dear oh dear. I mean, you got the holder itself, which is a bit inside. The actual yes is going to be the antenna on the top. Right, fair enough. Attaches. So we have got no. We've got standard. This is going to be around the back. So no attacher. Okay, standard, which is going to be that. You then got no again. Right, so is that putting a ball hitch on? Or a pin? Oh, it's putting a pin hitch. All right, fair enough. You then got weights. So we got no. We got rock box. We got weight bracket. 300 kilo front weight. 600, 900, 1200, 400. We're going up and then we're going back down again. 400 kilo, 600, 1000. And then back to nothing. So no 3-point on the front. Then we come down to your front loader attachers. So we've got no, we've got quickie, we've got Hauer, and we've got nothing. And then that's your options. I mean, don't get me wrong, that is looking all right. I mean, older style. I mean, I would definitely go with, we'll go with some twins on the back. I just don't like how the axles stick out. It doesn't look right for me. I mean, I know people have whatever they like. I would probably go with something like that. That's a good little setup, that is. And next up is the new Holland T8 Frontloader. This is by Just Farming, 13.47 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under large tractors. Now, it's got a 351 horsepower engine, 31 mile an hour top speed, and 189 gram price tag. But you can change a few things. So we go from 351 horsepower up to a 381, and then a 409 horsepower, 435. And then back to 351. So 435 is your top one, your T8 435 Genesis. Then got your wheel brands. You've got your Trelleborg, your Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and then back to Trelleborg again. And if we go through the setup, we actually got the usuals. You've got your wheel weights, you've got your wide tyres, which always look good. And we carry on, we've got some weights on there. You've got narrow twins, which are looking all right. You've got your rear twins. And then we've got the tracks on the back. Because why not? I mean, obviously, always going to look better with tracks. That looks ace. Beacons, so we've got none. We've got design 1, which is left. Design 2, which is right. Design 3, which is both. And then nothing. You've got fenders, yes or no. Put those on the front. Animations. Now, you've got your full animation and basic. I would say go with full. And we'll take a look at that in a minute because there's some things. There is some things. We'll leave it at that anyway. So front loader attacher, you got no or New Holland. You then got your main colour, which is going to be... That's a light blue. That is a light blue. But okay, it's a New Holland. We've got to leave it blue anyway. So that's going to be your main colour. You got your grille colour, which is actually the ones that are already in blue. So we'll go over red so they stand out. There we are. It's going to do those grill bits. I need to put my teeth in. Secondary grill colour, we'll go for red again. It's going to do those bits. And then that's your colour options. Now, obviously, the front loader attacher, New Holland. Have we got a New Holland attacher? Well, yes, we have, because it comes in this back. The old T8 front loader requires 145 horsepower from your tractor, 9.5 grand to buy. You then got your main colour, which you can obviously match up with the rest of your vehicle. Although, to be fair, it's looking all right in black. Now, once you do get it out into the wild, we are going to be having a few different things to open and play with. Because obviously it's a Just Farming tractor, there's going to be loads of stuff, which is awesome. Right, so we're going to start off. You got control group, suspension, doors and hood. So if we do LB and RB together and right stick left and right. Oh, straight away, first one on is going to be the bonnet, the hood, whatever you want to call it. Pull it into your workshop, fix it up, go down the old immersive route. You know, you get out, you go in there. Oh, it's a little bit dirty, clean off underneath. That is awesome. I do like that. We're off to a good start. So LB and RB and left stick left and right is going to be doing the actual steering column inside. LB and RB and right stick up and down is going to be the front suspension. Alright, no problem. RB and right stick left and right, it's going to be opening the door, but your character is doing it. Rather than just the door opening, it's actually you. You open the door. I like that. That's ace. And then RB and right stick up and down is going to be the back window. Now, you then press triangle. We're going to go to armrest. So we're going to go inside for this one. So we have got LB and RB together and right stick up and down. It's a little hidey hole. A little can of Diet Coke, I reckon. That is alright. LB and RB even and right stick left and right. It's going to be moving that little screen around. And RB and right stick up and down. It's going to be moving the whole console. Oh, that's ace. We then got your sun visors. So we have got LB and RB together and left stick left and right. It's going to be moving that one. Alright, fair enough. We then got LB and RB together and right stick up and down. It's going to be moving the back window. We then go to RB and right stick up and down. It's going to be moving the front window. Fair enough. I mean, it's like nobody can see us now. Oh dear, oh dear. We're then going to move on to the mirrors, which we can't actually see now because we've got all the blinds down. We have got LB and RB together, right stick left and right, is going to be doing your right hand mirror. We'll zoom in. There we are. Doing that one, left and right. Then LB and RB and right stick up and down. It's going to tilt it up and down. Then RB and right stick left and right. It's going to be doing the same for the left one. And then up and down. It's going to be doing the same for the right one. Right. Fair enough. Now, obviously we've got the old front loader attacher, and it's a bit of a beast. And you can attach it with the bonnet still open. Oh dear, look at that. We could just be loading it all up. I mean, this thing's massive. I mean, I know it's a big tractor, but look at the state of it. Oh, it's a huge front loader. That is awesome. We're just driving along, picking up some pallets with my bonnet open. Because, you know, why not? Oh, that's a great tractor. Right, the last mod we got for today is a console release version, because this actually came out the other day, and I believe there was an issue with the saving on console, so it's been took down console, now it's back. Right, fair enough. So this is the Palatinate Forest. Palatinate, yeah, I'm going to go with that pronunciation anyway. This is by Westfouts Modding, 319.51 megabyte to download. And yes, as you can imagine with the name Forest, there's a lot of trees. 82,000 according to the Mod Hub website, which is fair enough. Now, if you're coming on New Farmer, you're going to be using 969 slots, which, to be fair, with 82,000 trees, and it's only got 969 slots, that's all right. That is all right indeed. I mean, obviously the slot count is low because you don't start with a lot, but then again, it's 82,000 trees. That's always going to be good. Now, if you're going to be starting on New Farmer, you own one piece of forestry, which is this bit up here, right into the hills, number 20. That's what you own straight away. Right, fair enough. And obviously all the others are there. I mean, you've got that one, what's that, 185 grand to buy. I mean, this one's a fairly big one, so 428. I mean, that's not a bad patch. Not a bad patch for, was it 428 grand? You're certainly going to make your cash back doing a bit of logging, because obviously that's all there is on this map. Let's face it, it's logging and logging shenanigans. I mean, obviously, once you clear areas out, you could potentially do a bit of fielding. Say potentially. It's going to be hard work because very hilly. We'll call it that anyway. Now, you start here, which is great. But there's no sleep trigger. I mean, you just got your little Kubota sidekick. There's nothing else here. So, all right, fair enough. We're going to... Oh, do you know what? I need to open this gate, don't I? There you are. So open up this gate, let ourselves out. So you will need to put a sleep trigger down, which is interesting, because right here is where you start the game. No sleep trigger. Put a duffel bag down, something like that. You should be okay. Now, obviously, this is just where you start. This is not where you're going to be doing your wood chopping shenanigans, because that's going to be down the road a little bit. So we're going to come down here through this little village, and we're going to come up just on the right hand side here. Is going to be your main area. Your main farmyard. We'll call it that anyway. Which, to be fair, is alright. I mean, you've got some log holders just there if you wanted to store some trees. Which is fair enough. And you've got a bit of equipment and then a bit of a shed. And that's it. Right, okay, so that's the equipment we've got. So what do we actually start with on New Farmer? Well, we've got the Albert Log Fork, the Fendt 516 Vario, the Hauer XB150, the Kubota RTV XG850 Sidekick, and the Fansalt P13 4272. Now, what's also interesting is if, obviously this is a forestry map, you know, you got your log shenanigans on the go, but you don't actually start with a chainsaw. How are you going to chop trees down? Just saying on that, unless there's one stored in the old Fansalt. Is there one here? Doesn't look like it. But yeah, there we are. There's your storing point. So we need to buy at least a chainsaw to be getting going. But that being said, if you are one for your forestry shenanigans and like a bit of a challenge, because obviously, you know, a flat field with a load of trees on, yes, a bit of forestry, but hilly terrain with a bit of hill, well, with a load of trees on, that is something else indeed. So if you do fancy a bit of a challenge, there's 82,000 trees for you to be getting your hands on. Fair enough. Oh, one other thing before we go, there is some required mods for this map. There's 7 in total. Obviously, they should auto-download for you when you obviously select the map to download. But no problem. I mean, 7's not bad. That's all right. Now, this map isn't the only update we got for today. So we have got addable triggers by Farmer 5 Tom, the Kuhn Performer 4000 by Puzzcap, the Converland BE6F by Puzzcap at Castan 18, the Hagenstadt Husbandries by DH Modding, the Lando 7431 VT 33 foot by BC Bueller, the Grain Silo BR by Ian, the Barn with Cows by 750 Ti Modding, the Custom Bale Support Pack by BB Mods, the Polish Welded Wheelbarrow by Prezes 929, the Summers Diamond Disc DT 2510 by BC Bueller, the Hull Workshop by 750 Ti Modding, the Only Hid by MTL Modding Team, the Namaslow Exact Pack by JMZ, the Big Bod Series 2 by Classic American Icons Modding and Bala 2003, the Combinations Liquid Tank 3000L by Mac Trucker 921, the Drop Deck Trailer Autoload Bales by Mac Trucker 921, and the Rolmeco U436 HP by JMZ.